Okay, right. CamCap video diary of today. Monday, 23rd March 2020. Time is 20 past 10. I've just dropped my wife off at a Great Western Hospital in Swindon. She's got a fracture clinic appointment, and I think I've got about 2 hours there, enough to kill. So what I'm going to do, because it's so close, I'm on the southeast side of Swindon. I'm going to run up to Liddington Castle, which is literally about 1.5 miles away. Lovely spot, up on the downs. There should not be too many people up there, you know, with all this kind of social distancing. You know, it's common sense really. You know, bugs like to be transmitted from one place to another. You know, the more people they can infect, the happier they are. It's a war against the bugs. It's humans versus the bugs. Where we're going to head for is over there. Okay, that's part of the Ridgeway up there. It's only about 1.5 miles, 2 miles out of Swindon. I'm going to get myself up there, and I've got my cameras with me. I've got my Lumix with me, and right. Okay, well, it's very blowy up here. You can probably hear the noise on the camera. I'm gonna try and get an external mic at some point. I will do that, but we are at one of the tallest parts in elevation in the county of Wiltshire. We're at the top of Liddington Hill. It's Liddington Hill and Liddington Castle. The castle is about three quarters of a mile back there, I think, to my left hand side, going further west. Yeah, so this is like quite an iconic place, really. You know, it looks over the town of Swindon. I have got my Lumix camera with me, so I can zoom in on things, but I'll just give you a little spin around. Being a GoPro, therefore it can't really zoom in on things. It just basically takes the surrounding area in. But I've got my Lumix with me, and I can zoom in on things. That's the town of Swindon down there. So using my Lumix, it's a bit chilly, I tell you, and also I'm filming on my GoPro Hero Session and using the sound from that, so we can be zooming in on the town, using this here as a stabilizer. Just going to zoom you in. You can see the town in a bit more detail. Just down, right below us down there is the Great Western Hospital. So I dropped my wife. Looking to the left-hand side, I'll just try and get the camera right if I can. You see a tower there. That's what's known as the DMJ, the David Murray John Building. That's one of the, well, that is the tallest, well, I think it's the tallest structure in the southwest of England, which I think was built in the 70s. So we go to the extremities on the left hand side of the town, looking down the M4 motorway. That's the M4 motorway down there, going towards Bristol, going left. So looking from, trying to focus on something. There we go. Right, so that's the left, that's the west side of town. Moving across, going back towards the hospital and the DMJ. That place there used to be the headquarters of Nation. I think it is actually Nationwide. Right, I'll give you okay. So we're coming towards a part of Swindon where I live. Just going to try and get some it's a bit difficult when you're zoomed in looking at something on a screen. It's a bit hazy today, so we're looking at north part of Swindon, not far from where my friend Tom lives. Here we go, that's where Tom lives, over there somewhere. Hi Tom, hope you're well. And then scooting across further to the east side is basically a part of town where I live, which is around about there somewhere. And so we're looking at that's the B&Q warehouses, and not far from there is Honda. That's the big Honda plant there, which is due to close next year sometime. This gives you a bit of a brief overview really of our town. There we go. Sit down there. Cool, it's chilly up here, I tell you. It's a lovely day, but in the shade it gets rather chilly, and I'm feeling it right now. I think what we're going to do, I think if we head off over to, you know, to the left hand side going slightly west, we're taking Liddington Castle, an old Iron Age fort, thousands of years old, so we're going to have a quick look at that one there, I think. Liddington Castle, locally called Liddington Camp, is a late Bronze Age and early Iron Age hill fort in the English county of Wiltshire. At 909 feet above sea level is the highest point in the borough of Swindon. It is sited on a commanding high point close to the Ridgeway and covers an area of 3 hectares. Liddington Castle was one of the earliest hill forts in Britain, with first occupation dating to the 7th century BC. The earthworks consist of a relatively simple small oval bank of timber and earth fronted by a ditch, with opposing causewayed entrances on the east and the west sides. The western entrance was later blocked off, and the eastern one may have been lined with sarsen stones. A palisade of wooden posts may have lined the top of the bank. During a later phase, the bank and the ditch were improved, and a rampart of dumped chalk excavated from the enlarged ditch increased the height of the bank. Excavation within the hill fort revealed a large pit, 1.5 meters in diameter and at least 2.4 meters deep. Basically, there's a whole series of castles, old forts, on what's known as the ancient road of the Ridgeway, which predates the times of Christ. So we're talking over 2,000 years ago. Legend has it that this is one of the oldest roads in Britain, if not in the world. I think in the world's a bit of a stretch, but certainly in Britain that might be the case. As you can see, there's a load of sheep grazing on top here. Very open to the elements. It's a perfect position to build a fort, because you can see pretty much all the way around you, and it's, as I said, it's on the Ridgeway. The Ridgeway extends for some 86 miles. It starts in that direction over there at a place called, well, it's not far from Avebury. So it starts from there and it goes on behind me up to a place called Ivinghoe Beacon, which is in Bedfordshire. I guess whilst we're looking at the lovely landscape, I can tell you a bit of an old story, a legend which happened some 2,000 or so years ago. There is a place called Uffington White Horse, where etched into the chalky hillside is a picture of a white horse. Legend has it that over 2,000 years ago, precisely on the 14th of February, sometime 2,000 years ago, but it was the 14th of February, there was this dashing young handsome prince which used to ride his beautiful white horse throughout the downs and along the Ridgeway.
One day there was this catastrophic accident and the prince fell to his death. The prince had a wish that on his death that a white horse be etched into the side of the Uffington chalky downlands. The young man died, and as the legend goes, on every 14th of February the white horse comes off the hill and it runs up and down the ridgeway looking for his master, because the horse loved the prince so much, and the horse will always come off the chalky downlands running up and down the ridgeway until they are once again reunited. Sorry about that. They just took forever in there. Okay, right, so here's the story then, guys. Well, basically I changed the camera from the white to the silver. I was going to go for the black, but in Argos they didn't have any, so I've upgraded to the silver. Good thing is that I paid 179 for the other one. It's actually gone down to 129 in there. Upgraded to this, which meant that they gave me back £18. Right, but because of the cover, which cost me 30, yeah, I had to give them another £22 odd or whatever else. But so for a brand new camera with cover, I paid about 22 quid, and it's an upgrade as well. I'll just hope that I can get it on linear mode as well as landscape. I think that this one does that. I hope as well it gets over the whole effect of the blinding white light, which it can't handle. Anyway, take it out for a bit of a test later. Right, start her up. Alright, got the gimbal. Looks quite nice, doesn't it, on the gimbal there? There we go. It's on full lock. Just turn it back. This is courtesy of Wiltshire Man, by the way, the gimbal. So I have thanked you before, Wiltshire Man, but I'd like to thank you again. Right, let us have a look nice and smart in front of the camera. Here we go. And here we go. We are filming. Right, I haven't reformatted the SD card, but it should be okay because it was in the other GoPro 7 white, so I'm fingers crossed it should all be compatible anyway. Oh yeah, we're at a place called Stratton Wood, by the way. This is Stratton Wood. Yeah, Stratton Wood. So the problem we have with the other GoPro on the white is that when you saw my face now, it was like really bright. It couldn't handle high full-on sun very well. I'm not really confident this is going to do much better. It might do, but you know, on the other one, when you take the footage home, like you just put the raw files on the desktop right in your edit suite, you know, you've got to do so much work with it. You've got to tone everything, you've got to like really ramp everything right over to try and get it back to kind of somewhere near normal. And in some cases you just can't do that because it's just so bright. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this one eliminates that problem. If it doesn't, then it's going to go back and I'll get a different one.
Why have they done that?
Why have they done that? Yeah. Well, they're just making, my wife was just saying just a moment ago, that yeah, perhaps we go down that way there then, perhaps we will. My wife was just saying that well, we've not been here for quite a few years, and something there which we noticed is new. Well, I'll say new, it's probably been here a few years, I guess. New to us. Yeah, new to us. Hazel Coppice fence. Yeah, this is like an old way of making a fence. You know, this is going to last for a long time, and to be fair, it's pretty solid. It's really kind of woven together. It was a great skill to have,
So I mean, most of you probably, I'm not teaching you how to suck eggs or anything, but most of you know how, you know, this is created. Literally, you just get long bits of wood, well, it's a branch reel, I suppose, strip it down, knock it into the ground, and then that you form yourself a load of stakes, and then you just go in and out with your hazel. That's hazel, normally hazel. I think that probably is hazel, and there's an abundance of it round here. Probably is. This is kind of locally sourced from this wood or from this area. It's a lovely, peaceful and tranquil scene. Just coming towards the end of our little walk out for today. It's only been about 15, 20, 25 minutes tops, but it's nice to get out and to breathe some fresh air. There's a little mouse. He's okay. Just come out for a bit of sunshine, I think. He's just come out for a bit of sunshine. Anyway, there's something you don't see every day. There we go. I think that's the first, actually, a mouse on my videos. Free. Come on then, big chappy. Try to get the monster dog in the car now. You don't want to come in. Come on, chappy, in you come. Time to go home, have a coast cup of tea, and you're a bit worn out as well, aren't you? In you get them, mate. Come on this way. Good. There you go. Good lad. Right, okay. So basically, that's probably the end of my video for today. So interesting day, quite diverse. Just want to say thanks for watching, and as per normal, we will see you on the next one. Bye for now. Take care. Thank you. Say goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Here we go. Bye bye.